Shalom, shalom. Before we get all things started, like always, want to say all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah, Kadash. Shalom to the Akiyamat out there, especially to the Akiyamat on the hedges and highways, putting the time in, putting their lives and freedom on the line, pushing this truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, family. You see what the title is. That children have inherited lies, because what we have here is a video. Let me see if I'll pull it up. Here it is, and it's on off the TikTok corner, and it's well, I take it as an Edomite. His name is and you see what the title says. Caucasian man says our forefathers were the worst people in history of mankind. After reading how white folks got rich, ain't that something? They seen how they read and understood how they got rich and everything else, and now he's just taken back by himself. He's just like, you'll see in the video as it goes on. But before we get started, let's bring this. I want to bring this precept out real quick, and because, like I said, as he's reading, he finds out what happened and how his people got so rich, and how they got everything that they had, that he's just he's just like a child, like these new kids here that you see him, once they find out things, that they're just highly upset. All right, so let's before I get started, I want to bring out this is Jeremiah 16 verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge, in the day of affliction the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. That's what they're finding out. They're finding out that a lot of the history that they've been taught is lies. A lot of the things that they've learned was lies. It's just all lies. And so now as Esau's going and they start digging and researching, now they come to find out that it is just all lies that they'd inherited. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the video real quick. All right. And this is the video right here.
The Indian land grab. And I'm thinking, gosh, good Lord. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. Because that means we've got to look people in the face and say, our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind. The things that they did, that manifest destiny, that kind of mentality has been atrocious. What we have done to the African Americans. The estimated number of wealth that came from slavery, from free labor, and that's what it was. And they estimate that the amount of money that came from slavery was around $24 trillion. You can't even grasp that much money. The average person has a hard time grasping what $1 billion is. $1 trillion. Holy shit. And a lot of people don't want to admit the truth, because a lot of people also are scared that what happens if I'm going to jump in this tomorrow.
So Salaki, man. So you see, you saw what he said, right? So he's going through, as he went through, you heard what he said, the things that he said. And now is what he said is what, 24, let's say 24 trillion? 24 trillion. So let's I want to go somewhere real quick because what's the first thing he talked about? The Indian Removal Act, right? And that's when Esau came and he moved our northern kingdom brothers out of their land so he could just take it. Trail of Tears and all of the atrocities, the everything that his treaties that he made with the northern kingdom, the 400 plus treaties that he made, that he broke, the movement of the indigenous natives that was here, of Gad, Reuben, moved them from their native lands and put them onto reservations. What did the Lord said about that? What did he say? Let's see. Let's see. What did the Lord say about that? All right. This is yeah, that's what it is. This is Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old times have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy giveth thee to possess it. And that's what they did. They came, they moved the land, they changed the landmarks. They say, okay, this is my land here. This is no longer your land. This is called this. This is called that. And what did they do? They take places and what did they do? They named it after themselves. And this is what he did. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So this man, he started off doing that. He started moving and changed the landmarks. Let me see if let me get back to this video and let's replay this video again. Because this guy, oh wait, let me see if I gotta find it again. There it is. There we go. So let's select fan. Let me go ahead and get back to the video.
The untold story of American white supremacy.
Share your screen here.
I mean, I just read about the Indian land grab, and I'm like, my gosh, man, good Lord, no wonder we don't want to teach the truth. No.
Well, like you said, the Indian Removal Act. I just brought that up. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 14. Removing of your neighbor's landmarks, and that's what they did. And that's the beginning of when they started their conquest. I should say.
No wonder we don't want to teach the truth, because that means we've got to look people in the face and say our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind.
Like you said, so we got to start teaching the truth. He said, right? He said we got to start teaching the truth. But the truth is not in him. But let's see something here. Because hold up, select it. Let me get back to that. I want to get back to where I was at. I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm gonna read the scriptures. All right. So he's talking about the truth, right? But what it says about the truth? What it said? What's this? John. Book of John, right? Book of John, chapter 8, 8 verse 32, right? What does it says about the truth? Let's pull it up. This is John, it's the same John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Yeah, because hey, look, when you start learning the truth about this man and everything that he has done and how he got to what he's got, you understand the truth of what he's done, and then you start digging more, then you start finding out about yourself, and you start finding out who you are, and then you find out who your enemy is. And then you start noticing. That's why they don't want CRT, which they call critical race theory. But what is their theory about it? It's facts. It's the truth. And that's what he's saying. It's the truth. They don't want the truth coming out. Last thing they want is that it's for little Tommy, little Becky to realize that me, mom, papa were and their forefathers and their great grandfather was slave owners, and they did all of these atrocities to get to the wealth that they got. But these people that are in the power and have these money, they already know this. All right. I'm gonna keep playing the video.
The things that they did, that manifest destiny, that kind of mentality has been atrocious. What we have done to the African Americans.
That's his. And so what he calls it, they call it the manifest destiny, right? Manifest destiny. Let's go to the scriptures here. Let's share my screen. Let's go. But what was that? This book of that manifest destiny he was talking about. No manifest destiny. That was just you guys got together. Under what? I wonder what? Under one accord. Let's bring this up. This is their manifest destiny right here. This is Psalms 83. We're going to start at verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. That's what they did. They got together and it was like, look, we're gonna have to take Israel out, man. They say, come, let's cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They got together, the Confederate flag, ain't it? The tabernacles of Edom, the head honcho, the main guy, Esau himself, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, and the chief house of Esau himself, Amalek, the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre. So they came together. Yeah, that's what they came together. They made their little tumult. They came together, conspired with the plan. That's what they was going to do. And what did they do? This is what they did. They did this. Where are we at? Ezekiel 35. I'm going to start verse 5. Because and when they cut us off, because why did they cut us off, man? This is why. This is Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that the iniquity had an end. So we was near the end of our calamity. But you know what? You've always had a perpetual hatred against our people. It's been an ongoing thing with Esau, with the Edomites in Israel. It's been an ongoing thing. It's embedded since the day of the birth of our forefathers of Jacob and Esau, man. This is verse 6. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So the Lord said he's going, look, you didn't care about shedding our blood. Look, at the end, your blood is going to be shed, man. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it. So I cut off from him that passes out, and then that returneth. So this is going to be a point of time. The Lord is going to deal with Esau, man. He's going to cut. Hey, look, you ain't even going to be able to. There's not going to be anybody coming in and out of Esau's ranks. Hey, Shalom,
Shalom, man.
I was having my brother over here, man.
Yeah, man. I just came
look
to drop in briefly, Ak.
Well, look, I just dropped in. I was just talking about Ezekiel 35:7, right? And so I was going to go back in and just go back and pick up and just play the video again.
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie, family. I'm not gonna be here for too long, man. But I wanted to come show my elders some love, because real talk, this is a real powerful lesson, man, and some powerful things were said. So I like what our elder was doing, how he's laying out the premise and showing you in the scriptures the things that he's talking about. Lord willing, as me and the elder discussed, man, we may have a deep dive further in on it, where we drill down through history and through the prophecies in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? About what? About the wickedness of Esau, right? Just like this guy said, they're the worst people in history. They are. Why do you think?
And look, he's talking about his own people. Look, and that's what I just said. And that's the problem they have with CRT. Like I said, it's not critical race theory, it's critical race truth.
Yes.
Truth.
That's right.
And the last thing they want is little Tommy, little Becky come finding out me, mom, papa was a damn racist.
Racist, still racist. And and their ancestors were slave owners. All right.
And which is coming out to find out now that the large percentage of slave owners that was in the South, the majority, the bulk of them was Jewish landowners.
Was Jewish, absolutely, because they're the people with the most money. They've always had the most, the fake Jew, right? And then Dr. Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, they want his family to apologize because he come from a long family of slaveholders.
Right.
Benedict Cumberbatch, that's the actor who plays Doctor Strange in the Marvel movies.
Right. Well, let me go back and play that. Hold on a minute. There it is.
The estimated number of wealth that came from slavery, from free labor, and that's what it was.
Oh my God!
And they estimate that the amount of money that came from slavery was around $24 trillion.
Right. See,
did he say
24 trillion
with a T?
24 trillion. 24 trillion. Now that's 20 trillion more than what they previously estimated said,
It was
because at first
told.
the number was out there was between 4 to 6 trillion.
Right.
So even we seeing that, so we're even seeing this man, he's been alive. What do you, we should even have been shocked that it should have been more. Because as you look at it, the total wealth of America, and you'd be like 4 trillion, yeah, it got to be more than that. But
Absolutely, man. Because when you look at the way things have changed, and then you look at all of the companies that were spurned off of the backs of our ancestors, you have to estimate that. I mean, like J.P. Morgan, these banking companies, right, and stuff like that. These are $1 billion companies. So
that's right.
I thought they was lowballing us when they were saying it was around 4 trillion.
And you can see that it was. That's just something that they probably just threw a number out there just to make people just to have the masses happy.
Right, just a number.
And I was just
happy.
And I was just before I started the video, I was watching MSNBC, the 5 at 5. And they was just talking right before that. They was just talking about they're about to start giving out reparations, but
in California
stipulations on California.
Yeah.
But like you said, they made what, $24 trillion.
Right. You could give every Negro in America $1 million, right? And you could also give, let's not forget about the Northern Kingdom too, but I mean, I know we're talking about Southern Kingdom Judah now, so I'm going to stick to that. You could give every Southern Kingdom descendant of a slave in America $2 million, and you won't even be at $1 billion yet. You won't even be at $500 million. So
why they want to do that?
Okay, we know why.
Look, because these ain't the same old Negroes from back in the other days.
That's right, bro.
This is a different breed of Negroes. You got different breed of Negroes here. Like I'm gonna say my white Southern voice. You got a different breed of Negroes here that will take that money, that will invest it and be financially well off, where they will start coming together, so we cannot give that out.
And look, bro,
and that's what
they give me, the captain of FOG, $2 million, bro. Trust me, FOG gonna have a popping community, all right? Because I'm gonna redirect all this money back to this work, and they know that they can't do that. The truth already out here spreading like wildfire. Imagine if you give niggas money and more capability to do stuff, right? You know how much of a nuisance we already are. Imagine if I had the money, I could just go around, move around as I please to teach the gospel.
That's right.
Come on. Hey, but look,
let me share this real quick.
Go ahead, King.
Good. This is Jeremiah 22:13. Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that uses his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work.
See that?
I will build me a white house. Well, verse 14 that says, I will build me a wide house and large chambers, and cut him out windows, and it be sealed with cedar and painted with vermilion. And so he's living lavish.
Off the backs of the people he oppressed.
Right.
Living
lavish, man. Right.
Hey, well, look, like I said, I just came to jump in and drop by, man, and talk to you for a few minutes. You're doing a beautiful work, of course, man. So y'all keep supporting the elder. I don't know if our elder is mentioning it or not, but if he has, I'm just going to repeat it then. Starting next Wednesday. Starting on next Wednesday, the Wisdom Wednesday class is going to be taught on our main Fire of God Hebrew Israelite page. That's Fire of God Hebrew Israelite on YouTube. I've shown it several times throughout. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me just share my screen real quick. I'm going to show it again. All right.
Go ahead,
Share my screen. real quick. Let me go to
I say, nice try though, Vice President.
so this the page right here. Everybody see that? All right. Fire God Hebrew Israelites. All right. Fire God Hebrew Israelites. All right. So go over here and subscribe to this page. All right. We got that heat coming up here. All right. All right. And this Esau. Oh, matter of fact, you should go ahead and probably play. Watch this. I'm gonna play a little bit of this.
The white man is enacting a story all over the world. We left our homes and flooded the world. We smothered culture. We smothered knowledge. We erased history and rewrote it our way.
Woo! You see that?
Hey, and this is beautiful that you finish playing the rest of that, because this is actually showed exactly what this man did after he came. He took control out the cage. He took control, and they did exactly what they did. They spread it out, that so-called manifest destiny.
Mm-hmm.
They smothered the world,
right?
And
smothered culture,
everything,
smothered knowledge, right? Stole people idea. Watch how this Edomite break it down, right? This so-called Jewish man, right? And it's through the spirit that our general Ash Rakar, and get at Ash Rakar on his YouTube page, Ash Rakar FOG. All right, get at him too. All right, on his YouTube, like, share, and subscribe, follow him. But he just posted this up yesterday, and it's perfect because then our elder comes with this lesson today, and these two things just tie right in together. So let me finish the video for y'all, fam.
Myself, my grandfather is 100% Ashkenazi Jewish. Claiming to be Jewish, Ashkenazi Jewish is just a conspiracy. White men claiming to be of tribes of Israel when I'm Germanic. I have no ties to Israel, no ties.
Pause that. He said they're Germanic, which means they come from Germany, which we've talked about ad nauseum, that the Ashkenazi Jews are nothing but Austrians and Germans. All right. From up there around that area. All right. They got no real ties to Israel. Okay. Besides Judaism, that's converting to keep the practices of the ancient Israelites. They got no ethnic ties to them. All right. Not my words. This is an Ashkenazi Jew saying this.
Just speaking German and Slavic languages, but using Hebrew characters.
Right, using Hebrew characters. Right, it's broke up Hebrew with mostly Yiddish and Germanic dialogue and characters. Yep. Let's finish this.
Judaism, it's a loosely written history that's been whitewashed over for centuries, and it's. Oh yeah, right. You wipe everything clean. It's funny how exactly the Renaissance. It's this rebirth, but it's white rebirth.
See that? But it's white rebirth.
You told the truth.
You just told y'all the exact truth. All right. So this the heat we got on this page right here. All right. Come out over and check out. This is my last Sunday meditation class I did with the brother Prince Obadiah. Shout out to him from Prisons of Yahweh Shah out in South Georgia. All right, South Georgia and North Florida. That's where they based out of. All right, so man, just come over here, man, and come over here and check it out. From now on, as I was saying, this is where the camp videos. Slovakia. What's wrong with my damn mouth? But this is where the camp videos are being. This is where we're gonna be doing our live streams. All right. See that? And this is me and the elders Marshall. This is going to be a replay of that lesson that we did, all right, about emancipation. All right. So all of the heat, man, my last camp video, you know what I'm saying? Our camp videos, you know what I'm saying? Pretty soon the Baltimore camp videos will be up here too. Got some old St. Louis content up here too. FOG St. Louis right there. All right. So look, fam, that's all I wanted to share. That's where we're gonna be holding our live streams. Like I said, the elders' wonderful class, Wisdom Wednesday, and my class, Sunday meditation, will be there also. All right, come.
All right.
With that, I'm gonna say how about Shimmy Awasham Barakatah Shalom to everybody. I'm gonna let the elder finish up his class. He already at 30 minutes, you know. And we want to keep these short for y'all, man, so y'all can watch them and get back to your business, man. You can eat your meal, you know what I'm saying, and then move on while throughout your day and let it digest.
Yeah, because I don't want to string it out too much longer. I got a couple more. About 6, 7 more.
Hey, he about to drop. He about to drop. Did you talk? Hey, did you talk about the wealth of them that dwell? Did you do that yet?
I haven't got to that yet.
Hey, the elder's gonna bring that heat for y'all. Hey, but I'm gonna be back for the whole part 2 when we do the deep dive. Whenever the elder brings that out, I'll be back for that whole lesson to get it in with you, fam.
Okay.
All right. Hey, with that, shalom, Mark.
Hey, shalom, Mark. Yeah. So what was that? That was Jeremiah. What I just brought up, Jeremiah 22 and 13. So let's go back, pick up on the video. Let's see what Esau was talking about here. And it was like,
you can't even grasp that much money.
Yeah.
The average person has a hard time grasping what $1 billion is. $1 trillion. Holy shit.
A trillion, fam. A trillion. Let's look. And as you think about it, that is just, it is a ridiculous, ludicrous amount of money, right? But they owe us. They owe us. But we don't want their fiat currency. No. Let's go to Obadiah 1 and 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm already there. It's like that. Because this is what this man did, right? Let's start at Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, says the Lord. Yeah, hey, look. Once they did that, the eagle has landed on the so-called moon landing. America's been going downhill ever since. You know, verse 5. If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? And that's the truth, though, right? When a thief comes into your house, man, he comes in, he hurries, scurries through, grabs what he can grab, and then he leaves out. Takes what he can, he leaves. It says with the grape gatherers, they gather, they're supposed to leave some grapes for the poor and for the needy. But this man, not this man wanted all. He want every nick and cranny. He want every bit of it. He was on that Frank White. If a nickel bag gets sold in the park, I want half. But you know, and in the process, what was going on in the process when all of that was going on, right? So Esau was in charge, and what did he do? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes. We go to chapter 10 and verse 7. And what does it say? I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So who was that talking about? That was talking about us when we was doing in our captivity, when Esau was on top of these horses, overseeing us as we was working in the sugar cane fields, in the cotton fields, as he's riding the horse, because the horse is a statue of power, shown as a statue of power, and the Israelites who are princes are walking the land like servants. Because why? They have us in servitude and captivity. But what the Lord said, though, what the Lord said, because they can enjoy their time right now where they at. Enjoy it to the fullest. This is Amos 1:11. Thus says Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment there, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. See? That's what he did, man. But the Lord said, but for 3 transgressions, he's not going to turn it away. He pursued us continuously throughout all antiquity. We've been fighting with this man. You know, like we say, we've got issues with this man. And we're family. But he did not help us for what? He didn't cast off any pity. Hey, in slavery, hey, look, the young, the old, the children, everybody was out there working. He didn't care if he was old and feeble. Elderly was out there in that hot sun for hours. You're gonna get that quota. He did not care, not one bit. So let's go back and see. I think it's near the end of the video as we're going back. Let's see what else he had to say about that.
And a lot of people don't want to admit the truth,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people also are scared. What happens if I'm going to jump in this tomorrow?
Yeah. What he said a lot of people are scared.
Did he say anything?
What he said, a lot of people are scared. And I've been trying to find the second part of that. So why is it a lot of people scared, man? I want to know why a lot of people are scared, man? Because they know eventually karma is a bia. That's why. Because that's why. And they're afraid of what's going to come back and what's going to happen to them. They know you cannot mistreat a group of people and think that everything is going to be fine and dandy. That everything's going to be hunky-dory. That everything is going to, because in the back of his mind, he's wondering, why haven't they retaliated and did to us what they have done, what we have done to them? All right, let's see. What am I looking for? I think it's 2 Thessalonians. Make sure that's what I'm looking for. 2 Thessalonians 1. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Because they know they've been troubling us. Through all antiquity, they've been troubling us. And they're fearful and they're scared. But they made all this money. They've got everything. They got all the riches. They've got everything. but we see how they got it. They got it through slavery. They got it through iniquity. They got it through wrongdoings. They got it through treachery, lies, deceit. You know, that's how they got it. Let me share my screen again. Because this man has me just talking about it. He vexes me. Let's go to because like I said, we're going to Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk. That's where we're going to. Slide. There we go. Habakkuk chapter 2. All right. We'll start at verse 6. This is Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Let's scroll this down a bit. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Yeah, how long, man? And that thick clay is debt. Because what's the clock that they say American is like 30 trillion in debt or whatever? But woe to him that increases that which is not his. What is not his? This land that he took. America, the Caribbean, South America. Look, all the lands that he's all over. He's all over the place that he's at. You know, but this man, he don't care. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, that thou shalt be for booties unto them? Yeah, you're going to be booties, you're going to be spoils. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Hey, look, so all these, even the people that's in confederate with against this man, is going to come against him, because he's spoiled many nations. What nation has he not gone into his sport to get their resources, steal their resources from? You tell me. No. This is verse 9. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Yeah, he's thinking he's going to put himself on high, be safe from it's not going to happen. Verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Verse 11. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity. So look, America is that bloody city, man. That one big, large, bloody city that the inhabitants of Israel are still in captivity in. It's full of debauchery and everything else that's wicked. You know, so this man, he capitalized. He made good of his blessing. You know, so he's just doing what he's destined to do. I want to get another precept. This is Proverbs. Let's go. Proverbs 10 and 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness deliver from death. Because, hey, treasures of wickedness, man, profiteth nothing. Everything he acquired was through wickedness, by ill-gotten gains. It's going to profit him nothing. He can't take it with him. He can't do all this. Is going to wind up going to the rightful owners anyway, to the children of Israel. But righteousness delivers from death. He does no righteousness at all. He is the wicked that the scriptures speak about. One more precept, fam, and that's it. And we're gonna wrap it up. Last overlay of this video, real quick, and this is Isaiah 34. So 34, yeah. Verse 5. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Verse 6. Oh, verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams, for the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So look, that's what Esau has got coming to him. Enjoy everything that you got right now. Enjoy for the fullness. Hey man, live it up, because it's not coming to an end. So that's all I have on this lesson, fam. Hopefully it was edifying to everyone, and we got something out of it, because we're looking at now Esau's, now they're coming out, they're telling the truth. The Lord is forced to make their tongues fall upon them, and so the truth is you can't do nothing for the truth, but before the truth. You can't ignore it, you can't hide it, and all that. I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahashah, Hashem, Rakah Kadash, Shalom.